Oh my goodness. It's been a long time. I don't even know if this is actually working, but if it is, hello everyone. And how are you doing on this fine, let me check the day. It's a Tuesday. I hope you're doing wonderful on this Tuesday evening. I had to check the time also because I wasn't sure exactly what time it is. But it is evening. Welcome to this just impromptu live stream. I am trying to get myself acclimated. That's the right word. With streaming again more frequently. So today, for this, just random stream, it's an AMA. It's ask your questions. What's up, Ty? You have a few questions for me. Well, ask away. That's what we're here for. I'm here to help you. Hopefully, I sound okay. Again, it's been a while since I've done a live stream. But yeah, hope you're all well today. We're just here to, I don't know, hang out for a little bit, ask questions, talk. We talk about what's new because there's lots of things new with me, and I hope there's lots of things new with you. But yeah, we'll give it some time. We'll let people come into the chat. I'm gonna drink my drink here. It's just coffee, I promise. There's nothing special in there. Don't worry, I won't sip in your ear. What's up, Brandon Fisher? It is always good to see you. Mr. Kath, thank you. I'm glad the sound is actually working because there's been quite a few times where I've started live streams and I will go into like a minute or two of talking and then people are like, we can't hear you. And just wasted all that time talking. So thank you for confirming. Ty, does the type of help desk matter in career growth? No, not necessarily. There's going to be some types of help desk positions that are going to be more beneficial than others, but if you're just looking at it from a standpoint of a title, then no. It's really going to be like how you describe what you do in that job. So like this is what I'm thinking, right? So um on your resume, you're going to have like your help desk, help desk whatever, help desk technician, um, help desk engineer. I don't know. It's probably not a thing, right? Who knows? I don't know. There's so many different titles. I'm always trying to think about all these different titles because they're just like a crap ton in IT. Point is, on your resume, you'll have help desk and it'll be, about that position, where it was at or whatever. But in that, your description on your resume of, your job roles and duties, like that's where you really can define like more so what it is that you do in that position, and you can make that really kind of align with like the positions that you're going for. So say you're in this help desk position, but in that help desk position you actually do a lot of things that are like networking related, right? And I'm just using all of this as an example. In your help desk position you do a lot of things that are networking related, and it just so happens that you want to be a network administrator next or a network engineer. Like that's like your trajectory on your resume. Even though like your title for that job is help desk, lay out in, your duties and responsibilities everything that aligns with networking, right? So like you help configure ports and switches and all of that fun stuff, right? Like outline in that in your resume. Now this isn't a resume stream by any means, so I'm not really going into as much detail as I probably should. But I know somebody who does streams on that, and we'll talk about that soon. Sorry, my phone's going off. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, I don't think the help desk doesn't necessarily matter. It's kind of like what you do in that position and what you do outside of that position to help yourself learn. So for your career growth, like what is it that you want to do next, and how are you teaching yourself those things, and what resources are you using to learn more? Mr. Kath, you have a help desk analyst service desk position, which you hate. You have to do physical inventory as well. It's destroying you. You also feel like you are not good enough at this job. What to do? Well, how long have you been working in that job? And I mean, but like another question back to you is, what do you want to do? Like, it's always like I feel like $1 million question I end up asking people. Um, but this, it's really, really important that you kind of, and this is hard for people to do, I think, too, is like outline like a path for you, and outline like a journey, right? Because so many like people are coming here to like, figure that out. They're going out on the internet and searching up like different trainings and courses, certifications, schools, and stuff to help them figure out like what it is that they're supposed to do. And like the truth of the matter is like there is no set path into IT. Everybody's journey is really so completely different from one another. So like that's something to always keep in mind. And now we have more questions and stuff coming in. But Mr. Kath, you've been working in that position a year and a few months. All right. So what do you want to do next? And you think not IT, it's really draining? I mean, yeah, it can be. It's all like, I'm not going to go all, whatever on this conversation right now. Like get into the deep roots of everything. Um, but it's, a lot of it is what you put into it. A lot of it is the environment that you're in. So like if you were just in like a really negative environment, yeah, it could be completely draining. But if IT is something that you are genuinely like interested in, maybe you have a passion for it, maybe it's just something that excites you. I would always implore you to seek further, like to go out there and see what else, what else you can find. Um, I've been in IT roles that have been draining, and I've also been in IT roles that are just phenomenal, like have really great experience in. And the environment is really great, and that helps contribute to your overall experience. So is it the place that you're in that makes it not as fun and miserable and draining? Is it what you're doing that makes it miserable for you? You're just tired of doing like the help desk stuff? There's a lot. There's a lot. Kelly, it's good to see you. I hope you are doing wonderful and amazing. You say excellent advice on the resume piece. Remember, a resume is a working document, ever evolving, and should evolve with each new skill set. 100%, I agree with that. Another thing to keep in mind with resumes, kind of like on that front, because it's the evolution of your resume and something to keep in mind. So for people who are out there, trying to find their next job, and you're sending out your resume for all these different positions. If you a lot of people are just gonna like hate that I'm about to say this, and I'm so sorry that I'm about to make you do more work. But at the same time, what I'm about to tell you to do is solid advice. And while it's going to require more work on your end, you are going to see better results from this. So this is like the pro tip right here. Tailor your resume for each job that you are applying for. Meaning you go into whatever job description there is and you start to tailor your resume, meaning you take, that information on the job description, you take, the information, knowledge, skills that you have, and you try to craft your resume to meet and match, that job description. Like if they are seeking somebody who has experience in Microsoft Office, just using this as a really basic example, right? Make sure you put on there and emphasize on your resume that you are, a Microsoft Office expert. That's not going to be the wording that you use. Please don't use that right now. I don't want to like try to go too deep into this, but yes, like word that properly. ChatGPT, a wonderful tool to help you word that properly, but draw emphasis to like all of those areas that you personally meet and match on that job description every single time. And again, I know this is going to like require a lot more work on your end, but you really have to do that these days. It's yeah. Yeah, something you got to do. Sorry, I got thrown off. All my children are home now, so if you hear a stampede above, it's just my kids. Don't worry, the elephants will not harm me. They are only children stomping because that's the only thing that they know how to do. Brandon Fisher, what are you doing to get better where you want to be? Are you asking me that? What am I doing to get better? Or are you asking that in general to Mr. Kath? Charlie, hi, sir. You're trying to make a career change in IT. Can a newbie do it working 40 plus hours a week? I mean, you could, there's a lot of people who make career changes that are older. It's all about like how much time you're able to put into it, really, and you have to be realistic with that. And you have to understand that it's going to be a timely process if you're already working, X amount of hours per week. And add on top of that, like you probably like might have a family and other responsibilities and things that you need to do afterwards. So just know and understand like your learning process, your learning journey might take longer than somebody else, and that's okay. And even though that like you may be older and changing careers and all of that stuff, like it's okay. Like getting into IT, it's not a race. Learning the things that you need to be prepared to work in IT, like that's not a race. Like you don't need to race to learn these things, and don't compare yourself to others while you're going through that journey. It is possible, but just know like it might take a little bit more time, but that's all right. You can do it. A lot of people do it. This is a great question. I should be like throwing this stuff on the stream. I don't know why I wasn't doing that. My bad. How much of what's on the certifications do you actually use in your day to day? This is such a great question. Depends on the certifications a lot. Really depends a lot on the certifications. So many of the certs that are out there, are obviously like aligned to specific vendors and stuff and specific technologies, like AWS and Microsoft certifications, Cisco certifications, right? Like they're all aligned to specific technologies and specific things within those technologies. It's hard to like precisely answer like how much of what's on like the certifications you'll see in the day to day, because there's going to be like little bits and pieces of knowledge and information that you've learned along that journey to obtain that certification that you will see day to day, right? So it's like you're not going to see like any like exact type of like scenario. Like I don't know how to word this, I guess, properly. Been having this trouble lately, or like I have everything in my head how I want to say it, but I just can't like get it out. Thanks COVID. I blame that. But yeah, it's not like you can't like look at certifications as a way to judge what you are going to see in the real world, if that kind of makes sense. Like you'll see the different parts and pieces, like I said, but yeah, I don't know how to word it better than like how I have it in my brain piece. And yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, what you learn in the certifications, you'll see ultimately. I wish I could like figure. I'm just gonna. We're done. I'm gonna pass that one up because I can't talk. What's going on, John? How are you doing? Christian, what advice would I give for someone who is in college currently studying cybersecurity IT? Oh man, I could give so much advice. The best advice that I could give you, though, while you're going through your learning journey with college, with whatever it is that you're learning, also take the time to do your own projects, build out your own home labs, or make your own program script, what have you. Right? There's so many different paths that you could take with that. I don't know what specifically you're learning within your cybersecurity IT program, but there is so much more that you could be doing to get hands on with a lot of these technologies. So spinning up virtual machines and virtual environments and things like that is going to be extremely beneficial for you. Again, that's a hard, it also goes to like, what do you want to do ultimately, right? Like, what is the job that you are looking to obtain? And if you can answer that question, if you know, like, say for instance, and this is like really easy, right? You want to be a pen tester, right? If that was like the goal that you wanted after going to college, I would tell you to get on like Hack the Box, try Hack Me, start learning a lot of like capture the flag objectives and training, things like that. That's going to be helpful for you. There's great training out there from a company called TCM Security that you can kind of see their poster right there. They do very practical hands-on training. And if you want to learn pen testing, like that is the place to go because you are going to learn how to hack into like an Active Directory environment. And that's really freaking cool. So if that's like, the route, or, you want to be a pen tester, like those are great things that you can like start doing outside of college just to like further your knowledge. And there's so much more that you could be doing also. I will just do a solid right here. Hang on. It's going to be 2023. I'm going to link you this article. It is from TCM Security, actually. It says, so you want to be a hacker. That is the route. Like that article right there will really outline everything that you can be doing to better prepare yourself. So please do yourself a favor and go check that out. Darren, is it worth it really for IT? Is IT worth it really for IT career change? What do you mean, my friend? What do you mean? Please respond. Brandon Fisher, ChatGPT can help. Give it the job description and give it your current resume, and you can have it rewrite it. You absolutely can, but I would definitely make sure you have somebody else just do like a review of that as well. ChatGPT is very, very helpful, but it is not very accurate. Jackie Nato, do I stand a chance when I'm needing a new job with better pay in order to get the certifications? Needing a new job with better pay in order to get when you're needing a new job with better pay in order to am I just not reading things properly today? Is it me? I'm not sure. I think what you're saying, do you need to get certifications to get a better job? Certifications will always help, right? Like there's never a guarantee that a certification is going to do anything for you. Just like, there's no guarantee that a degree will do anything for you. That's just like across the board in all of the different careers. But yeah, like there's just no guarantees that any of those. Hold on, please. Okay, sorry. Children aggro. Have to enable an iPad right quick. Now it's saying, yeah, there's no guarantee that like certifications or degrees or will do anything for you. They can be very, very helpful for you because they're going to teach you knowledge, and knowledge is power always. But don't ever look at a certification or a degree as a guarantee for anything better. A lot of the like both of those, like they help validate a lot of things, they help provide a lot of knowledge for a lot of things, but it's just like no guarantee. um but a lot of places will a lot of places will either like pay for your certifications, they'll pay for your degrees. Some places will give you more money if you have certifications, and they will give you more money if you have degrees, but not every place is going to do those things. So there's just like a lot of different variables here. Sorry, I still need to fix this. Hold on. People. Okay. That's all good now. John, what's up? What is the best way to reach out to recruiters and not get lost in their inbox? I would reach out to recruiters on like LinkedIn and stuff. Try to find the recruiters that are active on that platform. You know, if they're active on that platform, there's a high chance that they'll respond back to you. But also, if they're active on that platform, you can also find where they're active and respond to them. Be like, "Yo, they're waiting to hear back from you." Um, that's what I would do. That may not be the best advice potentially, but for the most part, like recruiters, they get such a bad rap. Sometimes they suck, and I get that. Sometimes just in life in general, people suck. But yeah, so no hating, not really necessarily hating directly on recruiters, but they do have a bad rap though. So that was just my thought process there. Um, but yeah, I mean, not get lost in their inbox. Like you're just gonna have to follow up with them. Like a lot of recruiters are really, really busy, especially in the tech world, right? Like there's jobs that are getting like hundreds upon hundreds of applicants, right? So there's probably recruiters that are dealing with like a ton of different clients, both from like the employer standpoint and the employee standpoint. Not that makes them not responding back to you in a timely manner, like okay. But yeah, you might just have to like ping them as often as you can to get them to answer you. They're supposed to be there to help you, right? Like that's kind of like the purpose, right? So you might just have to be on top of them. Daniel, you need help. You have a secret clearance. You're a veteran. Thank you for your service. You have no relevant experience. However, you have your trifecta. Any tips on getting your first job? Well, if you have those things, I would be reaching out to your network and utilizing all of the different resources and things that the U.S. government and all those different agencies offer. Like SkillBridge things and stuff of that nature. Um, Definitely SkillBridge if you can look into that. But yeah, if you have a secret clearance too, there's so many jobs out there that request that. What is it that you want to do? I guess would be my question back to you. Getting your first job, do you want to work in security? What is it that you want to do in security? Is there some other area of IT that you would like to work in? Oh, I missed the super chat. What's up, Porsche 911 fan? Thank you. Glad to see you back. You've been in the base tier 1 help desk for a year and some change. What is a certificate that you can get to help knowledge for a SOC analyst role? There is not a certification, I believe. Well, I always forget the name of the company. Blue Team something, maybe. They think they have some kind of cert, maybe. I don't know. If you want to look at the SOC analyst, I have literally the best advice that I could give you of all time. I would encourage you to join John Strand's Pay What You Can SOC analyst, SOC something. I'm gonna pull up the link. Strand SOC trains. It's like SOC core skills. I should know this, but I don't off the top of my head. Here's the link for it. It is Pay What You Can, meaning you could pay no dollars. You could pay like $25 or something. I don't know. They have like different tiers. But anyway, this is a live course by John Strand. And it's the SOC core skills. Freaking phenomenal. I joined it this week for the first time, so I got to check out like the beginning of it. I popped in here and there to watch other parts of it. He's such a phenomenal instructor. Like this dude is if you're not familiar with John Strand, just look into John Strand. Dude is like an absolute legend. Used to be an instructor at SANS. Super smart guy. But anyway, to the point, you want to learn what you need to work in a SOC. That is the course to take. That is the training to take. And Asher came to join the live stream, so He's gonna chill with me. Yeah, that's what I would do, Porsche 911 for sure. Zen Monkey, what's up, brother? It's good to see you. I'm missing like lots of chats and stuff. I'm sorry. What's up, Joseph? It is good to see you. Is quality of life better working in IT? That is such a good question. It depends on the where you're working in IT. It depends on like the actual industry within IT that you're working. Like you have to think about like all of the different industries and just in general that exist in the world. Like um, and all these different like just like oh gosh, like just types of businesses, right? Like so much of the world is driven on technology, right? So you're going to have like IT support in like nuclear power plants. You're going to have IT support in like manufacturing facilities. You'll have IT support in hospitals, schools, like all of these different like industries, right? And some of those are much more stressful than others, but with that, oftentimes you'll find, like working it in a nuclear plant or working it like uh yeah, gosh, like probably like any yeah. Anyway, sorry, just working yeah in a power plant or whatever. Like you probably gonna make more money, right? You also might work more hours. You might also be on call, and like there's all these different things that go into it. But like um, you just have to know that and understand that. So when you're looking up all the like different jobs and stuff, like some of those jobs might bring more stress to you than others, just based on the industry that those positions are in. Going through the chat, going through the chat. What's up, Network Chuck? Good to see you too, my friend. How's the new job? The new job is freaking phenomenal. Um, and so I haven't even got a chance to talk about it. And Cameron, I think he didn't you say something? How's the new job, my dude? You did. You did say how's this new job, my dude. Um, and I was just saying hello to you. And you said, how's the new job, my dude? New job, phenomenal. So if y'all don't know, which you probably don't, some of you do, I have a new job where I'm now working for. Well, I'm primarily working for Anti-Siphon Training. So the link that I gave you guys for John Strand's SOC Core skills training, that's through Anti-Siphon Training. Anti-Siphon Training is basically part of Black Hills Information Security. So if you're not familiar with Black Hills Information Security or Anti-Siphon Training, definitely go check them out. One second. I have to go help one of my children really quick. So, um, gosh, I'm gonna have to like put you all on hold, and I feel so bad for that because like I'm gonna have to go help my kid real quick because young children need help doing things sometimes. Um, Give me a minute. I will be back. I don't know. I'll try to let the cat just chill here and hang out with y'all. I don't think that he will. He'll probably end up following me, but I'll be right back. Okay, my bad. Thank y'all for waiting around, if you have. Anyway, new job. Fantastic. Black Hills Information Security. Black Hills Information Security does consulting, and then the other side, they have like many other sides of like their organization. But the side of the organization that I work on is anti-siphon training. That's, if you guys know me, if you followed me for any amount of time, you know that training is something that I'm very, very passionate about. And helping people is also something I'm very, very passionate about. That's kind of like why this YouTube channel exists. Black Hills Information Security and everyone involved there are probably like the most supportive, helpful, genuine, like authentic people I've ever met in my entire life. And one of the things that they're very big on is giving back, and they give back a lot. So I kind of mentioned like John Strand's SOC core skills training. It's pay what you can. We try to do as much pay what you can training as we can, and meaning like free. Like we really try to emphasize like, hey, a lot of this training is free. Please come and join us. And the thing to note about that, like I think almost every single anti-siphon instructor was a former SANS instructor. So if you're familiar with SANS, they're very, very, very like prestigious like certification like vendor out there. So yeah, a lot of our instructors come from there. So the training that's on this platform it's really good. It's really, really well done. And again, I cannot emphasize enough like how important it is, like, and how much it means to me, like how much like Black Hills and everybody there like support the community and support people who are trying to get into IT and security more specifically. But that's like what I'm all about. Like I just want to help people. So I am like the luckiest person in the entire world. And I really do mean that, because I get to share like, like the time that I get to spend on earth with like really amazing people who are trying to do really amazing things for other people. And yeah, so that's Black Hills Information Security. That's my new job. Well, really anti-siphon training. So I'll be helping them grow out that platform. And again, super stoked. We have a new website coming, which I'm so excited for. But yeah, if you'll see me a lot over there. I'm very excited about it. And some of like I work for TCM Security. I just linked them and talked about them today. So like they are still in my heart, and I love them all so dearly. Like I miss a lot. I miss them all. Like I do. Like that was such a big part of my life, and they're still like a big part of my life. And they're doing amazing things and trying to help people and help the community. And again, that's what I'm all about. That's why I'm here. And that's why I joined Black Hills. Yes, sir. You want to say hello? Say what's up.
What's up?
What up? Are you trying to get candy? These are my snacks, dude. You can't be eating these. Do you want something else?
Yeah.
All right. What about an applesauce?
I already ate one.
How about a yogurt?
Yogurt, I eat yogurt.
Cheese stick?
Yeah.
All right. I'll be up in a couple minutes.
You can have that.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye, dude.
Yeah, actually, I'm here.
I know, he wants to come and see me.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Sorry. That's my youngest. Oh, Kathy Chambers. Did I miss Kathy Chambers? I'm sorry. I'm like so behind on the chat. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom because I have to leave here in a couple minutes. I was mainly just doing today's live stream as a test and trying to get the live stream platform back up and running. And I accidentally made the mistake too, like right before I started the stream, because it was like, hey, you can't stream in 1080p and you have to upgrade your plan. And here's a story, right? Listen, so I'm like, all right, I'll upgrade my plan so that I can stream in 1080p. So upgrade my plan, but like I wasn't paying that close attention and it charged me for the entire year. And I didn't want to do that. So I was really upset by that, first of all, because that was like $500 or something. And I'm like, that's not cool. I didn't want that. So that was like the first, like, gosh darn it. And as you could probably hear the elephants upstairs. But anyway, the next thing was once I started the live stream, I realized that I did not select 1080p. Instead, it was streaming at 720p. So it's just like I did that upgrade for absolutely nothing for this first live stream. But that's what happens when you haven't live streamed in a long time. Anyway, I'm just rambling. I appreciate you all. I'm glad that you're all here. I'm sorry that I rambled on about my new job for so long, but I am very, very excited for what's to come. Like, legitimately. This is a crazy question, but what is the best way to remember all the acronyms? You've learned so many, and sometimes you don't remember them all. Yeah. I feel like you're never going to remember them all. Like there's and even worse, right? Like even worse acronyms, right? So many of them are like used. Like the same ones are used, right? Like it's like the same acronym, but they all have different meanings depending on the context in which they are being used. So you're never going to remember them. I'm sorry. Like you'll pick up on some of them and you remember some of them over time. And then other times you're just going to be like, LOL, WTF. Yeah, that's it. Sorry. Good luck to you though. It'll be all right. Like you're not expected to really like memorize them by heart. You can Google them. It'll be all right. Google cybersecurity, then security plus, or security plus first. Either or. Meh. Do I have experience in GRC? I do not have experience in GRC, but I know somebody who does. And he's one of my very best friends, probably. He doesn't know that, but he is. He was actually the first person that I told that I got the job at Black Hills Information Security. But yeah, if you're looking for GRC, then I would highly suggest you go check out Simply Cyber and Jerry Auger, because Mr. Jerry does a GRC class and it is highly recommended by lots of people. I have another cat joining me today. How wonderful. What's up, Peter? How does an IT person aiming to transition into a pen test role accurately assess their market value based on skills and experience? I'd like to lateral pay or hopefully a raise. That is a freaking great question, dude. So I guess if you're trying to get into a pen test role, you just have to understand and look at like what are some of the, what's the not normal, like the base, the average. That's the word I was looking for. What's the average salary of a pen tester? In your specific area or in the specific areas that you're applying for pen tester roles, right? I think like average in the pen test roles are like anywhere from like 90 to 120. For a junior pen tester role, maybe a little bit more, or no, not a little bit more, a little bit less. Sorry, for a junior pen tester role. But yeah, so and again, you have to do your research. You have to look at the positions, go on Glassdoor and stuff, because when you're applying for these positions and you're going in for the interviews and stuff, you want to have like an accurate idea of like what that place is paying, right? If they're not being like upfront with it, you want to have like a really good idea of an average salary for that area, for that position in that organization, what have you. Like, get a good idea of that, so you don't like come in like way too high or way too low. Um, you know, be sure you do that. Next thing, right? Like, this is like such a hard question to answer almost, and like I want to go into so much more detail, and I don't have a lot of time to do that. Peter, this is what I would like for you to do. I would like for you to find me on the LinkedIn. I will provide the link. I would like for you to reach out to me, and I will help you, because it's just like a more in-depth answer than I want to give in this moment in time. But I would be happy to answer your question. And I think this is a good opportunity for me to write it all out too. So please do that. But there's a lot of things that you can do. A lot of it's going to be like, man, it's going to be hard to assess, but to get the pay that you demand, like, or that you want, like, you're really going to have to tailor your resume to help show that, right? Because like that's like your market ability aspect that you're helping use to try and sell yourself and your value. And there's other things too. But anyway, hit me up, please. Well, this is a long one. It's not going to be like, it's not going to fit all on here, but I'm not going to try to butcher your name either. But hello, you recently saw me on the ACI Learning podcast. That was the IT Pro TV one that you're talking about. I'm almost positive you're talking about the IT Pro TV podcast, webcast that I did with the IT Pro TV gang, because I love the IT Pro TV people very much. Hope the IT Pro TV people are watching this right now. Anyway, thank you for joining that, though. Seriously, genuinely, I appreciate you showing up. I mentioned writing is an important part of cybersecurity. You have an MFA degree in creative writing and recently got your Security Plus. Also, you're about to finish your cybersecurity analyst boot camp, and I have to come over here to read more, and recently started looking for a SOC job. However, a recruiter that I met today was happy to play the role of the dream crusher, saying I should be looking for a help desk position after I decided to change a 14-year-old. Oh, my battery died on my camera, y'all. We have to hold up. Still here. Still not reading, still not showing him. Hold on. I'm gonna change things up on you guys. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, how does that come in from this angle? Oh goodness. Here's video, change camera. No. Oh, come on. Unable to access camera, but why? Maybe if I do this. There it is. We got it to work. Hello. Yes. Different angle now. I'm sorry. What happens, I guess. I don't know. Does this work? I don't know. Let's see. Got like wrappers and stuff on my desk everywhere. I'm sorry. Like, what else do I have over there? I'm trying to see, like, sorry. I was not prepared for this right here. I gotta do like that and like that. All right, I'm sorry. Do I have any idea on how the job market is and what I should do to better yourself when applying for positions? So you want to be going to a SOC job. You just got your Security Plus. Okay. Yeah, you really have to start aligning your resume to the position that you want to be in. So if you want to be in a SOC position, what types of skills, technologies and things are you learning that can relate to the SOC? You know, like, are you learning SIMs? That's going to be helpful for you, or reading like firewall logs and things like that. That could be helpful for you as well. Learning Splunk. That could be very helpful for you. Like, those are the things that you need to like have some type of representation for on your resume to really kind of align with a lot of the SOC positions that you're going to find out there. Darth Vadent, thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate that. What do I think of Google's cybersecurity certificate program? Also, would I rather fight Darth Maul or Darth Vader? Darth Vader, you are going to want to, here's what you're going to do. Okay. Probably going to want to contact Google or YouTube and ask for a refund because I don't know anything about Star Wars at all. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm not a Star Wars fan. I'm a Star Trek fan. Sorry. I don't have nothing against Star Wars. I've never seen it and I don't plan to. No offense. I love you all. Anyway, I'm going to engage with this question. What do I think of the Google Cybersecurity Certificate Program? I think the learning journey that you're going to go on there is going to be very beneficial for you. And like you can go through that material very, very quickly. And it's going to be very, very cheap and inexpensive for you, if not free, because I think they offer that now. Knowledge is power, though. And like I cannot stress that enough. So whether it's free, whether it's paid, like anything that you learn, most anything that you learn, a lot of things that you learn in IT should be helpful for you. I tend to forget that there's actually like a lot of bad training out there too. So yeah, but there's a lot of really, really great training out there. And again, knowledge is power. Hey, IT Pro TV, you're bad. So it's ACI Learning. It's IT Pro by ACI Learning. I just like to give my IT Pro by ACI Learning people a hard time. I hope they appreciate that. I'm actually gonna take the recording of this and chop it up and send that all to them so that they can see all of my shenanigans here. Star Trek, what? Yeah. All right. Here's a great story. Y'all are gonna think I'm nuts, okay? And I probably am. I'm crazy. That's okay. I'll own up to this. All right. So, like I've tried to watch Star Wars like throughout my entire life. Like this is not a joke. Okay. Throughout my entire life, I've tried to watch Star Wars, and I could get like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes into any of them. And I'm just like, no, this is not for me. Okay. Again, whatever. Not my thing. It's fine. If it's your thing, I respect that. I felt the same way about Star Trek my entire life. I was like, this is stupid. Like, what the heck is that like wolf looking thing? And why do they keep calling him Wolf? Like what? Like that's what I thought like my whole life because like it's clearly a wolf. Anyway, if you know Star Trek, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I felt that same way my entire life up until like 3 years ago. 3 years ago. So keep in mind, I've never tried to watch Star Trek though. Whereas I have tried to watch Star Wars, I have never tried to watch Star Trek. Like it's been on TV or whatever. So like, you know, you might see like a couple minutes of it or like I've been around people who watched it and I don't pay attention to it because I'm like, this is stupid. Anyway, 3 years ago, I was like, I'm going to give this a try. So I spun up The Next Generation, you know, with Captain Picard and Data and Worf, you know, and I was immediately just like hooked. I was like, oh my gosh, how have I not known how amazing this show was my entire life? I no clue. But Star Trek, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it changed my life. Like if you actually like watch Star Trek and like you like you could see what you could take away from Star Trek. I guess if you're a good person, if you're a good human being, there's a lot that you could take from Star Trek. I'm like, wow, that was deep, right? And Star Trek, seriously, so ahead of their time. The fact that like I watched like The Next Generation for the very first time 3 years ago, and I was like, wow, all of this is so relevant today. It's just like crazy. Anyway, Star Trek is what's up. Here's the crazy part of it all, though. Like no joke. So I don't watch a lot of TV and I don't watch movies like at all. Like I just don't have time for it. I don't have time to like sit down and like sink myself into any of this stuff. And I'm all right with that. But literally like the only thing that I have watched in the background, like while I'm washing dishes, cleaning the house, whatever, is Star Trek. So like I've probably watched like the Next Generation, like all the seasons like 4 times, and like Deep Space Nine like 4 times, Enterprise like 3 times. I haven't watched the original one for reasons. I just can't do it. I can't do it. It's just too old. And then Voyager like twice. I only did it the second time because I just had to make sure it was as terrible as it was. And after the second time, I confirmed that Voyager, yeah, it's as terrible as it is. It's terrible. Anyway, sorry. Enough about Star Trek. Corey Perry, hey, your goal is to get a cyber position this year. Good luck to you, my friend. Your background is IT support and GRC internship. That's phenomenal. Is that enough to transition to your entry level site? Yeah, I would think so. As long as your resume is really, you know, well done and tailored to whatever those positions are. Yeah. Casually Joseph loves the people at IT Pro TV too. See. How can you find community to help you do AWS Workshop Studio? I have no idea, my friend. Casually Joseph, but do you play games? You heard I make Elden Ring references the other day. Yeah, I played Elden Ring for sure. I've never been a big gamer though. Okay, I say this, right? I say this and like it's like such a weird thing. Like I've never really been a gamer at all. It's never been something that I've been like really interested in like my entire life. Like I've played games here and there, but never like you know, never been too serious about it. Until like the year like 2004, 2005, whatever. And this game from Blizzard came out called World of Warcraft. You might have heard of it before. Maybe you haven't. But when that game came out, I made fun of all of my friends who played that game. I was like, you guys are stupid. This is the dumbest game I have ever seen in my entire life. And you are stupid for playing this game because it is so dumb. Right? Like I was just like for months, like 6 months, I was like, you guys are just wasting your time. Like, let's go do something. Like, nah, we gotta go, like, you know, raid and like go join these dungeons and stuff and like, you know, slaughter these pigs. I was like, all right, whatever, you know. So I like 6 months, like literally I just badgered my friends. Like, you guys are just, you know, nerds and lots of different things. And then finally, like it took my friends like that long. And the whole time they were like convincing me, like, Zach, dude, just sit down and try it. Sit down for like 1 hour and try the game, please. Like begging me. So finally, after like 6 months, I gave in. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try this. Yeah. Never should have done that. That was a mistake. That game is phenomenal. So I still play that game because they just put out World of Warcraft Season of Discovery, and that is like playing the game again almost for like the first time, and it's so good. I love it. I do. In fact, you might be able to like this. Let's see right here where I'm pointing at that thing right here. That is a World of Warcraft Blade server, actually. Like I'm such a WoW nerd. Oh, and here, even still, look at, you might have saw this earlier in my thing. Look at, it's a Murloc. Yeah. So anyway, like the gaming thing, yeah, I'm not a huge gamer though, because I not really played anything else like that seriously. I never finished Elden Ring. I played Elden Ring and it was really freaking cool, but I just could not finish it. So there's that. You know, I do that with a lot of games. I just like don't have the time to like play them all the way through, and then like I lose interest or I have to just stop for like whatever reason, you know, and I could just never come back to it. Definitely that way with Zelda. Like I just played Zelda for the first time on the Nintendo Switch. This was probably like 6 months ago even. And it was when it was when the new one came out. I can't think of the name of the new one now. But I sat down and played that game and was like, oh my gosh, this game is phenomenal. And it really was. I still haven't beat it though. I got pretty far in it, but I haven't beat it. But that game was really freaking good too. So I guess maybe I am a gamer and I just don't want to own up to it. So I'm sorry for the long answers there today. Y'all are just making me talk. I'm just trying Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. Thank you. Ah, that was so good. What can you do to become layoff proof? I don't think that's possible. I just don't. Oh, Blizzard and WoW, the small indie company who people may not heard of. Yes, that's them. Um, their support, it's not really the best. It's not. There's a lot of bots too. If I had one complaint that I could give about Blizzard and World of Warcraft specifically, there are a lot of bots. Now, if I was a smart person and this is what I think, right? Like this is where my mind goes with some of the stuff. Like there's so many bots in World of Warcraft, like it's disgusting. But it's like, dude, if I was like a smart nerd, like all the smart nerds that I work with at Black Hills that, like develop like really cool things, and I'm sure probably like develop malware and all that fun, crazy nonsense, and learn how to detect malware, like detect all this stuff and funkiness and all that. Like, yeah, like that's what I would try to figure out. Like, how? Sorry, I'm like going into my head on this because it's like something that would be such a cool thing to like figure out. Like, can we like detect all of these bots and like fix the problem? Since Blizzard clearly just does not care, right? So now I'm just going off on like tirades that don't matter. Just not even IT related. I'm just BSing now at this point. People are like, this is lame. Peace out. I'm about to peace out myself. Yeah. All right, y'all. There's nothing coming in. And I'm gonna go hang out with my family. I will be doing this more often though. Like I've said this before. I say this all the time. I really do. I think every time I go on a live stream, I say this. But actually, I'll have more news to come on that because I don't want to spoil things. But it might be like I have to do this, like these live stream things. This, call it job responsibilities, something like that. I'm not gonna watch Star Wars, bro. Like for real. This is not gonna happen, man. I'm sorry. I cannot bring myself to that. Yeah, there is already a process for detecting bots, and I know other MMOs do it, but why doesn't Blizzard do it? Anyway, thank you all for joining this fine, wonderful Tuesday live stream. It is Taco Tuesday. I hope you enjoy some tacos tonight and have a great time. I'll see y'all soon.